I mean, I have my trusted Ibanez. This is an AS200 with a couple bells and whistles, and been playing this thing for like probably about 10, 11 years. And I've got my Pigtronix pedals ranging from, you know, the envelope phaser to the new Class A boost, which are always in my board. And I've also got a Mesa Boogie Lone Star that's my main amp on tour. There's so many amazing Beatles tunes, so it was hard to narrow it down to, I think we recorded 12 and like 10 or 11 ended up on the album. Some of them we stayed more true to the original vibe of the song, and then some we changed entirely. Because it's such strong melody and harmony that in all their songs, so like the main thing was like kind of changing up the rhythmic elements and then just like kind of improvising on it, which we do, which was great in the studio, but now live it's really taken on a whole new life. So I recommend people come check us out. I mean, Jimi Hendrix, that was like my first guitar, you know, hero as a child, and Jimmy Page too, Led Zeppelin. I'd say like the first few months of me playing guitar was all Led Zeppelin and Hendrix and figuring out off of the records. I listen to a lot of singers, you know. I listen to, you know, like Stevie Wonder is one of my biggest influences. You know, listening to how he takes a melody and flips it and makes it his own is like a huge part of my playing too. Or you know, any singers. Donny Hathaway is another one. Saxophone players, Sue Maceo Parker. You know, it's like I'm always trying to emulate a saxophone or a trumpet or a voice with my guitar, and that's like I used to see that as a limitation, but now it's just a challenge to try to get there. Wes Montgomery was my introduction to like jazz guitar, and Grant Green, who was a big influence. Like very rhythmic. He was like staccato, you know, and you know, really with him it's all rhythm, and it's so tasteful. You know, he never overplayed. You know, so I have to try to think about that a lot because I get excited on stage and we're playing when everything's loud, and I'm like, think Grant Green, don't overplay. That's all, because I think my biggest problem is overplaying. So I think like someone like him, and Booker T was a really good influence playing with him, because he also has tons of vocabulary, tons of ability, but he keeps it into very concise thoughts, you know, and that's like Grant Green, you know, it's like very concise and like very clear speaker. You know, everything he says is a very full and clean and simple sentences, you know what I mean? Which is, I think, like a lot of my favorite improvisers, you know, use that in their playing. One of the things I love about guitar is that using different pedals can give you a different voice that can bring you there. Like you hook up the envelope filter and you can almost get that Maceo Parker sound just by putting different chains of pedals together. So that's been really fun for me over the years, like finding those sounds. It's a constant search, you know, and so, you know, I'm still searching.